During Roll Up Your Sleeve Week, we've brought you stories of the importance of life-saving blood donations. Giving platelets is also critical to many people right here in our area.
Yeah, it really is. You know, and it takes a little more time to give, but for people like Abby Blaylock, these donations literally meant the difference between life and death. Anchor Lori Tucker has her story in Positively, Tennessee.
They're a close-knit family, gathering like they often do, just to spend time together.
What's she gonna talk about?
At the home of their daughter, Abby, and her husband, Quillen. The family grateful to be together here instead of at the hospital, worried and praying for Abby. She was in a fight for her life not that long ago after a routine trip to the doctor revealed a serious surprise.
I just happened to mention, hey, I have these bruises. Is that something that you've seen before? And he said, well, it's kind of rare. I don't think that it will be anything, but we'll just run some blood and, you know, we'll see if anything comes up. Me and my husband, we left to go for a long weekend at the lake. You know, we're not planning on doing anything. And I wake up that morning with all kinds of missed calls and voicemails telling me that you need to come to the hospital immediately. Go to the cancer center at UT.
Abby quickly began treatment for the rare and sometimes deadly bone marrow condition called aplastic anemia, getting a blood platelet infusion because her platelet count was incredibly low. Platelets are critical for blood clotting to prevent or stop bleeding. Left undiagnosed, the patient could have internal bleeding and not survive.
I could have just gone about life and died, and no one would have had any reason to know why.
Her dad, Mike Bolton, immediately stepped up to donate his platelets. If not to Abby, then someone else who needed them. Mike has now become a regular donor and a familiar face at Medic Regional Blood Center.
I've given 32 times since then and given over 8 gallons of platelets, and I don't plan on stopping.
As time progressed, Abby learned she would need a bone marrow transplant. Everyone in the family was tested. It turns out Abby's sister, Katie, was a perfect match.
They called me early, and I looked back at that phone call. It was less than a minute, and I don't even remember what she said, what I said, except you're a 10 out of 10 match for Abby.
Now these two sisters have an even closer bond. Abby is thriving thanks to her family and community who donated priceless gifts.
I'm just a person that was impacted and saved through all of the people that were here, that chose to give, that chose to do those things, and you give local and you save local.
Lori Tucker, WATE, 6 on your side.